Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear student of class 8 English version, welcome to online class of Greenville School and College. How are you today? I hope that you are very well by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am also fine. Now I am very delighted to get a unique opportunity to deliver to this topic, specific to this topic, chapter 3, lesson 1 and 2. Lesson 1 about the Quran Majid and lesson 2 about tasbih. Okay, so dear student, please listen to me what I say. First of all, I am reading, then inshallah important points analyze. So please listen to me what I say. First of all, reading introduction. What is called Quran? What is Quran? The Quran is an Arabic word. It is derived from the root word Quran, which means to read or recite. So the word Quran means something read or recited. Okay. The Al Quran is the most widely read book in the Quran. Every day millions of Muslims recite this book, this holy book. We recite several surahs and ayat from his holy book in our 5 times prayer. That is why this is named as Al Quran. Okay. First, for an important question, why is Al Quran called as Al Quran? Okay. Next, second para question answer. What is called Quran? According to Islamic terminology, Quran means to guide mankind. Allah the gracious has bestowed His book through Hazrat Jibreel alayhi salam upon the greatest Prophet Hazrat Mustafa Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the book is called Al Quran. Okay, it is the last and greatest heavenly book. This book is the source of guidance for all human beings of all time. Okay. Third para, Al Quran is inscribed on the Lawh Mahfuz or protected shield. What is the meaning of Lawh Mahfuz? Protected shield or protected tablet. At first, Allah the Most High, it was descended to work together at the night of Al Qadr to place called Baitul Izza in the first sky. Okay, from there, the Al Quran was revealed to our dearest Prophet Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. At the age of 40, when the great Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was in deep meditation in the cave of Hira. Okay, the 5 ayat of Surah Alaq were revealed to him at first. Afterwards, according to the necessity and under the prevailing circumstances and happening, different parts of the Holy Quran were gradually revealed to him. Okay, throughout this lifetime. Thus, the revelation was completed part by part within 23 years. Okay, all already third para. From this para, you have known important MCQ question. Okay, fourth para, the surah of Al Quran are divided into 2 groups, Makki and Madani surah. What is called Makki and Madani surah? Instructed by Allah the Prophet, instructed by Allah, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam traveled from Makkah to Medina in the 13th year of his prophethood. The surah revealed before Prophet Nabi Karim sallallahu alaihi wasallam hijrat are known as Makki surah, and generally in this surah the topic related to the Aqaid have been described. Tawheed, Risalat, Akhirat, heavens, and hell, so Qiyamah, etc. On the other hand, the surah rebuilt after Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam Hijrat are called Madani Surah. In this surah, the rules and regulation related to Salat, Zakat, Sawm, Hajj, Jihad, Halal, Haram, human and moral principle have been discussed. The Holy Quran, yeah, has several names. Okay, these names are given on the basis of different criteria of Al Quran. They bear the special honor and feature of the Al Quran. Some of names are recited below. Okay, dear student, it is mentioned that 55 names of Al Quran um, has been proved, but in this textbook only 5 names of Al Quran uh, are cited below. First of all, number one, Al Furqan. Al Furqan means one who can distinguish. What is the meaning of Al Furqan? One who can distinguish. Al Quran distinguishes between truth and falsehood, right and wrong. That is why it is Al Furqan. Al Huda, this is the name of Al Quran. Al Huda means guidance. Al Quran is named as Al Huda because the way towards right and truth is led through it. Number 3, Ar Rahma, or what is the meaning of Rahma? Or Rahmat, or blessing, kindness and mercy. The Holy Quran is like a blessing and mercy to the people of the world. That is why it is called Rahma. As-Zikr, this is the name of Al Quran. As-Zikr means advice, discussion. Okay, there are discussion and advice on several events in Al Quran Majid. So it is named as Zikr. Last name of this textbook, An-Nur. An-Nur, this is the name of Al Quran. An-Nur means glow, light. Okay, through the Holy Quran, the mysteries of Halal Haram come to light. So it is called Nur. Okay, this para, the entire Quran is divided into 30 parts. How many parts of paras of Al Quran? Al Quran are there 30 paras. Okay, each part of it is called a para. What is called para? Every part, each part of it is called a para. There are total 140 surahs in it. Among the surah, 86 are Makki and 28 are Madani surah. Okay, so how many numbers of Makki surah? 86. And how many Madani surah? 28. Okay, in Al Quran there are total 7 manzils. How many manzils of Al Quran are there? 7 manzils. Okay, 50 540 rukus, so or 558 rukus, another opinion, but greatest opinion 558, but in this textbook mentioned in this 540 rukus. Okay, and 14th ayat of Shizda. How many Shizdas ayat of this Al Quran? 40 ayat. The total number of the ayats is 6,020, 236, and some say 6,666. Second opinion, but last opinion is very satisfied. Okay, now I'll discuss the importance and necessity of Al Quran. Al Quran is important necessity of importance. The importance and necessity of Al Quran is very part to succeed in the worldly life. Okay, Al Quran is the very important heavenly book. It introduces us to Allah. We were oblivious of Allah. We did know about His power and attributes, being kind. Allah the Merciful reveals Al Quran to our dearest Prophet Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. The great Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam teaches us Al Quran. As a result, we can't know about Allah. We become aware of His instruction and restriction. Also, we learn why He is satisfied or dissatisfied. Without Al Quran, all of these would be incomplete. So, we can realize that the importance and necessity of Al Quran is boundless. Okay. Al Quran is the main source of guidance for mankind. It shows us the way through which people can attain well being on earth and in the Akhirat. It makes sin, virtue, right, wrong, good, evil, etc. known to us. Whoever follows the instruction of Al Quran will be the uh, luckiest and blessed. He will be rewarded with eternal peace of the heaven. And whoever does not follow the instruction and restrictions of Al Quran will be doomed to severely tormenting hell. Okay, so Al Quran teaches us moral and human ideals. By following Al Quran, we can raise ourselves to the level of best character and ideal human beings. As a result, peace and order will be established in the society. Unjust oppression, corruption, etc., will be eliminated. Quran Masjid is the last and the greatest heavenly book. It was the rebuilt not for a particular place or a particular nation. Rather, it is an universal and everlasting book. This Quran is for the guidance of all the people till Qiyamah. Okay? The teaching of the Holy Quran. This point, Quran Majid is the source of the knowledge and science. It is the storehouse of all knowledge. Moreover, it is indicates to the solutions of all the problems occurring in human life. Allah the Most High says in the Holy Quran, "Ma farratna fil kitabi min shay'in." That means in this holy book I have left nothing. Surah Al Imran 38. All knowledge and teaching of Al Quran are well demonstrated, brief, and documentary. All orders, restrictions, principles mentioned here are acceptable, befitting, and reasonable for all times to all the people of whole the world. There is no scope of any doubt on this book. It is above all mistake and errors. At the beginning of the Holy Quran, Allah the Gracious declares, "Dhalikal kitabula roibafi." That means this is the holy book which is out of all doubts. Al Quran is the main source of Islamic audience. This book discusses how humans' personal, social, political, economic life will happen, how humans will worship and develop their character is also mentioned in this book. Okay, so according to the renowned Islamic thinker Hazrat Shah Waliullah, there is immense knowledge studied in the Holy Quran 5 times. Then this knowledge is of 5 types. Number one, ilmul ahkam. Number 2, ilmul mukasama. Number 3, ilmu takazir bi ala illah. And number 4, ilmu takazir bi ayamillah. Number 5, ilmu takazir bil mu'ad wa badal maut. Okay. In the long run, in fact, the Al-Quran is the greatest document for the redemption of mankind. So, it is directs human beings towards light. It reveals the right way of peace and welfare. Therefore, we will recite the Holy Quran. We will learn its meaning and lead our life in accordance with the direction illustrated here. By learning the knowledge stored in the Holy Quran, we will achieve the complacency of Allah. Okay, so in the long run, it is said that Al-Quran is the very, very important guidelines to succeed in the worldly living hereafter. Okay, so every student follow the rules and regulation of Al-Quran to succeed in the worldly living hereafter. Okay, now we'll discuss lesson 2 about tasbih. Dear student, you know that tasbih is important lesson to recite the properly holy Quran. Okay, recitation of the Quran Majid brings immense reward to us. It is the best nafal ibadat. Endowed with it, the devotees won great respect and honor, not just the person who recite, but his or her parents are honored as well. In the Hadith, it is said, whoever recites the Holy Quran and follows accordingly will find his or her parents crowned on the day of Qiyamah. That crown will shine more than the sunlight itself. In another hadith, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says in a hadith, khairukum man ta'allama al-Qur'ana wa 'allama. That means among you, the person who learns the Holy Quran and teaches others too is the best. Sahih Bukhari. He has also said, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you should recite the Holy Quran because it will advocate in favor of its readers on the day of Qiyamah. Okay, so therefore it is understood that the recitation of the Holy Quran is a virtuous act following by huge fazilat. We will recite the Holy Quran more and regularly and encourage others to do so. When you recite the Holy Quran, you have to follow the rules and resolution of tasbih. So important, that is very important. Tasbih implies reciting the Holy Quran accurately. To attain the benefits or fazilat of reciting the Al-Quran, we have to recite the Quran precisely. For this, it is necessary to gain the knowledge of tasbih. It is wajib to recite Quran after the manner of tasbih. Unless the reader recite the Quran in compliance with the tasbih, he or she will be a sinner and her salat will not be accepted, will not be granted to Allah. About this, Almighty Allah others, Warattilil Quran tartila. That means recite the Holy Quran slowly and distinctly or clearly. Okay. In one of the hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the expert at ilmi Quran is included in those angels who are pious and engaged in writing as directed by Allah, and he who tries to recite the Holy Quran again and again despite hardship to do will gain verses 2 times. Okay, so we will recite the Holy Quran regularly according to tasbih, according to rules and resolution of tasbih. If it is difficult to recite, we will try our best to do so. We will can abandon recite Quran under any circumstances, and will learn the rules of tasbih. As a result, we will be endued with great respect and honor. Okay, so dear student, you have to be a nearest person to Allah, so you have to recite the Holy Quran properly. Okay, inshallah, you will be succeed in the world like in hereafter. Okay, that's all today's topic for the time being. May Allah bless you. Allah Hafiz. MD Muhammad Masood Rahman.